us out there. Thank God it's Friday and compliments of the season from Sports Orbit. Welcome to the program once again. My name is Apacho and Salif Usman is right here with me. Salif, welcome to today's edition of the program.
Thank you for asking this please.
Right, so today's edition of the program will begin straight from the home front as usual, where the Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro has written once again to the leadership of the NFF concerning his unpaid wages. According to own goal, the Portuguese is yet to be paid even after he raised the alarm concerning his wages since taking over the job almost 8 months ago. He is said to be on a salary of $70,000 a month, which also covers for his three assistants, while the Nigerian coaches attached to the team are on different pay engagements. Although calls to the NFF director proved abortive to confirm, well, he was not responding as I'm going to press time. But I mean, we have been privy to this, Pesero situation. This is not the first time. In fact, this should be the second or third letter he's written. He's writing to the NFF. And just like we keep saying, you see, these are some of the issues that keep happening. But there, Nigerians will be boasting of how we would have done wonders, performed miracles at the World Cup. But you don't start having this kind of issues and expect people to go to perform wonders. First of all, even the coach you have employed, you can't even pay him. Players are not well motivated, and you expect them to go and do wonders. So these are some of the many factors why we keep saying achieving Morocco's vote is not what you sit down by wishing, wishful thinking.
As far as just we have said it several times on this studio about the issue of the several issue, even before the engaging,
Yeah.
even when there's a move to engage, we work, we say that one identity that this thing will not work it well, that the NFF should be careful the way they are going about it. But and when you finish left board, once he has made up his mind to do for something, if you like fight it or it will just land on the death ear. And so be it. Even at that time we won. So why should a man be the one to recruit a new coach when
Exactly. When he was on
he
his
has
way
he has
out.
a, he has a he's already on the edge's door. He should allow the incoming board, whoever he managed as a successor, to decide either they have to decide on whoever they want to employ. But he said even the managers of Peseiro, how he become the coach, it was also signed in secret and with a lot of controversy. If you recall the district Nigerians about four coaches,
Yeah.
table coaches, renowned coaches
Yeah.
were shortlisted. But how nobody know when the interview was conducted, how the other boy, other people, whether the other coaches were engaged, or they were even asked any question or anything.
Exactly.
All of a sudden they say Peseiro become
Coach.
the Messiah that will take Nigeria to the promised land. And just like you said, and that is why sometimes I believe that yes, we can always win the World Cup when we do something the way we are doing. The coach you engage, either Peseiro is good, to me he's not a good coach, but whether he's good as far as you have made
No,
contact,
not, but at least you employed him.
either he's a good coach
Yeah.
or he's accepting the job to give. As far as you have engaged him,
Yeah.
you have signed the dotted line. You need to pay him based on the agreement you are doing.
Exactly.
You can't engage somebody for 7 months. He has a family.
Yeah.
He has everything to pay for. And even the staff he also engaged with also have a salary, and without paying them, how do you want him to survive? So and how do you want such a person able to put in the best? So Peseiro has every excuse, even though we were accusing that he has played 5 matches without winning a single one. So he has an excuse to give.
Yeah.
How do you expect a hungry man who go on the job
Exactly.
because and focus on the job to do anyway? He has nothing to put. He has nothing to rely on. So absolutely, Nigerian Football Federation always a victim of their own decision, only bought themselves into a corner. If you recall, the issue of the raw
It's still pending there.
is still
Yeah.
very much pending.
Mm.
And now, just like we read, $7,000 per month,
70.
$70,000 per month, multiplied by 7 months. How much? That is a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money
Yeah.
now. So and for 7 months, they earn 70,000 per month for 7 months. And I'm not paying. So the Nigerian Football Federations were saying they have that money to pay now this
Exactly.
maximum of salary. And don't forget that you are still owing another Peseiro
Yeah.
6 months. General,
Brother.
another 6 months of $6,000 per month. So I don't really understand, and I can also understand that as far as they are owing Peseiro, even the domestic staff, the
Of
local
course,
coaches,
yeah.
the like of Philippe George, the like of uh,
Yeah.
Aloy Agu,
Aloy, yeah.
and Isu.
Mm.
They may also be owing the
Definitely.
same coaches,
Definitely.
the same salary. And at the same, if you recall, even the players, so even though the Super Eagles are not talking, the outstanding winning balance are blown. The match they play against Satomi
Mm.
is still pending. They have not been
Exactly.
paid. When they play against Eleven,
Mm.
Celeron, they still pending. They are not be playing. They are not be paid.
Mm.
Yes, we say that yes, it's not money should not be determinant.
Mm.
But as far as we have shoes that the money should be determinant and why should so you have to pay them what they are due for.
Yeah.
And you
Exactly.
say you want to win a World Cup.
Mm.
How do you want to win a World Cup? Absolutely, the way I'm saying, Nigeria is not even ready
At all.
to win a Nations Cup.
Even qualifying, sir,
For Nations Cup.
we might even find it, if we don't, the way we're going, we might find it difficult to even qualify for the next AFCON because everything completely Nigerian football right
But
now is in disarray.
it's in disarray, and
Mm.
absolutely this didn't it doesn't speak well of
Yeah.
a nation. Because if we let it not assume that the previous coach before now we are owing him 6 months, we didn't pay him. Now we are reading the for 7 months, I already pay him.
Exactly.
So we are sending the wrong signal to the
Exactly.
outside world.
So,
So
exactly.
even
which
next
coach
time,
we
even
want
next time,
want to
even when we
come?
are the time you have to
Mm.
want to meet, who coach will be willing to take up your job. So these are some of the things you can see smaller countries that are not always up to one state in Nigeria
Yeah.
are engaging foreign coach and engaging perfectly, and we have never heard of any,
At all.
never had any
Mm.
issue. The Gambia just engaged former Chelsea coach about Grant as their coach, and he was on bail yesterday.
Yeah.
These are some of the things Nigerians should do and do something. Do something in a different and in the right way that befit that match the standard, the best standard practice. Not be say you try to go always through the corner,
Exactly.
and at the end of the day it will always backfire on you.
Right now, for CAF in preparation of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, CAF has offered assistance to the nations who are qualified. That includes Nigeria, Morocco, and South Africa, and either Senegal or Cameroon will qualify through the playoff. CAF held a press conference to clarify some pending issues. The Secretary General Omba Musengu said they will meet in early 2023 to make proper arrangements for the team, just like the way they did for the men's team that played in Qatar. He said we'll propose similar ways that were implemented with the five men's team. The tournament, of course, will be hosted by Australia and New Zealand in mid 2023. Although they didn't spell out completely what kind of, in what shape or form that assistance will take. We don't know if there'll be some financial in the area of logistics and all of that. So all of those issues is left for CAF to properly clarify.
No, thank God they say I'm going to meet in January to
Yeah.
decide, and it's a good one. Assisting the nations of qualified to represent the country, at least give them some grants to enable their preparation system. I will pray that sometimes where those grants or those assistants eventually come, those that are in charge should allow it to
Very important.
to go to where it's supposed to go and be used for what it's meant for. Because we are only good at this country when money. It is obvious that every World Cup you qualify for, every nation cup you qualify for, there is always a grant
Yeah.
from FIFA for the preparation of the team.
Mhm.
There's no any new country that qualify for a FIFA event. FIFA will provide, give you a grant,
Yeah.
give you money for preparation of the team. And after you prepare the team and they take the work, they become FIFA proper, they don't have to take of the team.
Exactly.
But yet, in this country, we still get a whole lot of money from the federal allocation to those teams. And that is why those who have the opportunity to be in charge of our football are living very fat. They are fatting on those money.
Very well.
And that is why they are not ever willing to give way at all.
At all.
And sort of the thing that is it's really affecting our game. But they are living fat on it. And we don't ask questions. There does not be a question. So don't, and you will not have several times. And sometimes they become so more powerful that even though that the corrupt agents cannot even prove them.
Exactly.
Oh, it was obvious several times Pinnacle was invited, and several times nothing has come out of him. Several during the beginning eras, a lot of things, lot of allegations against him before the Nigeria for work. DSS, yeah, ICBC, EFCC, several all these at the graph agents invited, but yet up to today, not concrete time. Not be say they have been proved guilty, they have been proved innocent, but they are cases of those of us, but they will not be able to prove them because they become so powerful because of the money they control.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
there's no any other money. It's those money that are coming from FIFA and coming from CAF. But because after this money will come mainly for the preparation.
Mm.
Government, they still come to the government and say no fund, and
Exactly.
government will
Will
provide a
still
whole
provide,
lot
yeah.
of money,
Mm.
and nobody will ask the question. And when sometimes when government attempt to ask, and that's what we always call interference.
Interference, exactly. But when they go cap in hand,
It's
it's
not
not
interference.
interference. Exactly. So I think even on the side of FIFA, it's time, especially with this issue, it's time we find a way around it, especially with African countries, because the truth is, Africa hasn't gotten to that stage where we can completely separate government and sports. If it's in Europe, where of course a lot of sponsors are falling over themselves to sponsor different things, but in Africa here, on sponsors, how many sponsors even come
No.
to show support? So it's
Even
very
sometimes,
difficult to,
when a sponsor is not come,
yeah.
still, sometimes like federations, all those we hear during our opinion, there's a whole lot of news that they are trying to deal with this, they are trying to deal with this, but
Exactly.
nobody know how
How
much
much
has
was
inside,
involved?
how much
Yeah.
involved. And those deals supposed to be accounted for. These are some of the things that are done in the developed crime,
Yeah.
in the outside world, where you see that government don't even have a say in football, because those federations are almost self-independent,
Very well.
provide for themselves.
Very well.
But here is a different, it's a different scenario entirely. And until we begin to do something right, we will continue to struggle. And another thing, that is affecting Africa football, any leadership of FIFA always find it convenience, because Africa is always a tool in their hand, and they use to win
Exactly.
election.
Yeah.
So, and that's sometimes, so they always it happen during the blatters, always try to corner the Africans to have the backing of Africa. This now Fatino is in charge, and all he has cornered Africa,
Yeah.
because he always run to Africa, because once he get the vote from Africa, 50
Exactly.
application
Yeah.
vote from that, it's as good
Give you an
as
edge,
it's
yeah.
as good as 50-50. So they only take that advantage, and when that time, even though when they know that those CAF, those FIFA were corrupt, they can't hardly ask that, because they need their vote.
Very well. Anyway, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Stay tuned.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. It's still Sports Orbit. Down for Nigerian female striker Asisat Oshola. She was excited after scoring 4 Barcelona ladies at the Camp Nou in their Champions League match against Rosengard of Sweden, where they won 6-0 in that one. The Super Falcons forward opened scoring on 10 minutes and added the second 6 minutes later. Nigerian midfielder Halimat Aideb also featured as a substitute for Rosengard in the game. So for Asisat, I mean, what more can be said about her? I mean, we just hope going into the World Cup, Nigeria should be able to at least replicate. She should be able to replicate that form in the form she puts out for her club. Yeah, she has done well for the country in times past, but in recent times, I don't know if it's a coaching problem or whatever. But in her recent call-ups for the national team wasn't too impressive. Rather, Rashida Ajibade and this other girl from Belgium, Give Monday, and the rest of them are the ones who are beginning to take the shine when it comes to the Super Falcons.
Yeah, obviously, I did some for like need no introductions like what they are on the continent of Africa, four-time African women players of the year.
Yeah.
Currently, still holding that right. But it's unfortunate, just like you say, his performance to the national teams in recent times has been called to question. Well, a whole lot of things could be attributed to him. One of it to mention that there's a coaching program,
Yeah.
or you can recall at the last World Cup in Morocco, they couldn't feature because of injury.
Injury, yeah.
But let's hope that he will be able to bounce back and replicate what is the form he is enjoying now by Barcelona maybe, and thank God we are approaching the World Cup and be able to take on from them because I think that because I remember there's some program started when he was made the captain of national team.
Exactly.
It's like that some of us feel that he was still overwhelmed,
Well, yeah.
feel overbody being the captain of the national team. Thank God the captain team has been moved from him. But yet he has more to be a performance to the national team has become professional. But let's believe that now that he's enjoying the new lease of life in Barcelona, that will be replicated when he comes to the national team. And thank God we pray that he stay injury free when we prepare, when we get to the World Cup. Programs and
exactly.
because I think it's a midfielder you can count on anytime.
Mm.
But in recent times, he even to feature the national team become through something issues.
Yeah.
For the Sweden where he play, he's a very key player for the Sweden. But I was almost worried, but sometimes either aging is beginning to catch on them and all don't really know.
Possibly.
Maybe it could be aging. So who knows?
Right. Some Carabao Cup matches went down yesterday, and of course, the teams who have qualified will be for the quarter-final. Of course, Aribo's Southampton also qualified, which they will face Man City in that quarter-final. Of course, Man City defeated Liverpool in that one. Not a good outing. It was 3-2. A very beautiful encounter indeed. Haaland back to scoring again, left off from where they stopped. It ended up 3-2 in that one. And for the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho and Wilfred Ndidi also, they will be taking on Newcastle in the quarterfinal. So look at the quarterfinal ties has Man United who will be playing against Charlton Athletic, Southampton versus Man City, Nottingham Forest, that's Taiwo Awoniyi, Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Newcastle United versus Leicester City. So at least a couple of Nigerians making it to the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. That final will be played on the 10th of January next year.
Forest against
Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
well, congratulations to the almost protect of Nigeria and the likes of
Aribo, Kelechi, Wilfred.
Awoni as well.
Awoni, yeah,
So,
exactly.
and
And don't
Awoni,
forget,
Emmanuel Dennis.
Emmanuel Dennis also, yeah.
So congratulations to them for progressing to the last 8 of the Carabao Cup. So we wish that they'll move on from there. It's good that, and some of them, like Awoni was, for instance, was on the score sheet.
Yeah.
And for Liverpool's and Man City, obviously, it was an interesting encounter. But this time Liverpool could not have their way.
Exactly.
It was Man City that gets through, and then Haaland was able to prove that, to prove to the man at Liverpool club that no, I'm a special striker.
Okay. Right. Congratulations to Man City for that one. We call that Liverpool are the current holders, but they have just been dumped out of the competition. Yeah. Right. To some boxing news now, where Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk have agreed to fight each other next in a world heavyweight title unification bout. That's according to veteran promoter Bob Arum. Fury defeated his rival Derek Chisora for the third time in his career to retain his WC title earlier in the month. First, following that fight, the 34-year-old Fury also forecast a clash with Usyk either in Saudi Arabia or Britain sometime in February or March. For Fury and Usyk, I mean, it's high time there has to be unification because there's been a long time since one heavyweight has all the belts, and this is the fight a lot of people have been waiting for. If Joshua hadn't lost his belt, so you'd have been looking like a matchup with him and Fury, but now Fury has the WBC, while Usyk has the remaining belt he took from Joshua. That's the WBA, IBF, and I think WBA.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that this match is supposed to be a
Yeah.
battle of Britons.
Oh.
But Furies keep on trying to dodging away from fighting the Joshua.
Mhm.
Even when Joshua was holding on the title, Joshua was asking for his individual fight. Fury keep on dodging, and all of a sudden, after he loses, get all of a sudden, he not give him automatic, he not give him an option that let's fight immediately.
Exactly.
Without giving an option to plan or to
Mm.
decide, say that no,
Mm.
you should just take it
Give him just 2 or 3 days
to decide.
decide.
And even when Joshua said, no, let me take my time, let me look at the option, and let me
Mm.
look at the
The
terms,
contract
terms
properly. Yeah.
properly. He said, no,
Mm.
no, you are not ready.
Mm.
So it's, to me, Furies was trying to avoid Joshua, and now you want to take on Yusuke.
Mm.
So I hope you know also in his usual character, you know what to shaking out, because I'm beginning to feel that Ella is afraid of using the belt he's holding.
Yeah, exactly. For Usyk, I think that should be a good test for Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Usyk, I think, good fighter. The last fight Fury had with
But what I'm
Chisora
trying to say
was
that is
good.
Fury has always tried to based on exactly the
Yeah.
way he behaved with
Mm.
Joshua when Joshua was losing
Yeah, exactly.
I'm beginning to feel like either Fury
Mm.
is afraid of
Mm.
losing the one belt he holds,
Yeah,
but I hope
Yeah.
he'll be able to willing to fight this time.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
whoever am I, the ultimate
Mm.
the unification champion, will also be here. And let's
Mm.
see how
Yeah.
we pick up from there. I mean, it's going to obviously going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah.
I think everybody will want to watch.
All right, to some transfer news somewhere, there's a message that Saudi Arabian club that's Al Nassr are ready to dangle a 7-year deal worth actually 176 million pounds for Cristiano Ronaldo. The 1 7-year deal with Saudi Arabia giants is the latest we are hearing. His search for a new club has intensified since the end of the World Cup, and for now it's looking like Al Nassr are trying to push to see if they can sign him. Yeah, it's staggering amount of money, but do you think Ronaldo will be ready to leave Europe completely to Saudi Arabia? Because Ronaldo keeps playing like someone that feels he still has something to prove at a big club in Europe.
He still wants to prove it. He still have something
Yeah.
in mind. It's something that he has his mind upset.
Mm.
That he wanted to prove that yes, he's still a top class. Even at least to show to mind you because he feel disappointed, have an issue,
Exactly.
he still feel like they have an issue to send to mind you. And the best way to him to accept just like because he's trying to look on the way of self, the other self will give him an opportunity. Look like it almost impossible. Because obviously now says he still have people know they are not speaking about it. That's why a lot of people have advised okay, just take this option and allow him. Because we don't want to use an opportunity to shoot the mind that yes, I still have it have what it takes to play at high level.
Yeah.
But even though he have an issue, also to me, believe that he have a score to settle with Mario is never an issue because I don't even feel like he was maltreated by Mario. Even though I'm not a Mario fan, but I feel like he is the cause of his problem. He is the cause of his own problem. At Mario, I don't whatever happens at Mario, I don't ascribe it to her to anybody at Mario. Rather, Ronaldo should have himself maybe the way he handles and the way he gave at Mario. So, but he still feel that he's been taken. He still have issue to settle, and even the 7 million, I mean,
Yeah.
70 million. 70
Yeah,
million.
but 176 million pounds for 7 years.
So yeah, it's a whole spectrum of money, a whole lot of money. But I don't think Ronaldo is lack such a money. Ronaldo has enjoyed something both in Arsenal and both in Canada more than something more than that. So his interest is about football, and Ronaldo I don't feel Ronaldo will feel that Saudi Arabia League will give him that optimal test he want to have. But if all doors are closed as it look like
course.
now,
And if he wants to continue
if
playing,
you want to continue playing, because it look like now that all doors are closed at him.
Yeah.
Because says are not even the Sporting Lisbon that they're also talking, they also keep silent. So nobody is talking and nobody is willing to take Chelsea. Not that Ronaldo is not still.
Yeah.
He's still a top class player that every coach wants to have in his team. But the question that what every player is now afraid of is his attitude, the character problem.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo need to settle himself and advise himself internal or culture himself that to settle his personal thing. But what is current on deal for him, he calls it to him. He calls it for himself.
Right, to another transfer news where Edward Mendy, the Chelsea keeper, has reportedly rejected the New Year's 6 contract at Chelsea. Well, according to him, currently he earns about £100,000, and in some other reports, I said he actually said the contract offer from Chelsea is actually disrespectful because Kepa Arrizabalaga earns about £200,000 and he is on 100,000 despite his performance. And you want to renew without an improved offer, still want to keep him on the same amount for another 6 years. So he has refused to sign for now. So negotiations are still on. But you see, time and time again, this was the issue with a certain saving money. You know, players perform to their best, but you're still paying them. Kepa, who hasn't been keeping for a long time, is still earning £200,000. Well, Mendy, in spite of his contributions to everything Chelsea has won, is still earning 100. And he said, look, improve this offer before I sign a new contract. How will you give me? So it means you want me to sign for 6 years and be earning 100,000 for the next 6 years? I don't think that's fair enough.
Yes, it's not fair. I don't know why this all this kind of is always happening in African.
Yeah.
I feel it as part of racism.
Yeah, it is.
Because sometimes a football don't understand why a player who's active playing week in week out, and the player who's sitting on the bench is earning more. Player who is consistently sitting on the bench is earning more on the player who's on the field, on the pitch playing every day.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't really understand. Okay, let us say at the time the player is coming to the club, maybe he's value at that time.
Yeah.
But because he has come to the club and he has shown you something reasonable and he has proved himself, why not just for human sake and for human sake, looking at it for justice for a fair justice, looking at it based on his current form, based on what he's giving to you, and you are paying him. Same thing happens to several players. Even at that person, there was same like Uju was sitting on the bench, Uju was earning more.
About 300.
The highest pay of all the ahead of all the why he's not playing, and those who are on the pitch are not earning what he's earning. And it is those who are on the pitch that are working for the money.
So players won't even be happy with that kind of situation.
How can you be happy with that kind of situation? So in this kind of scenario, just like the way they forced Mane to move out of Liverpool, despite Mane was a star player at Liverpool, giving everything for Liverpool, asking for improved wages, the club refused until he moved out.
Yeah.
Now the same thing. Mane, whatever whatever Mane have done now, either you feel he's not worthy, but Mane has contributed a lot to the success. So and now even the Kosi demand that you should give him due respect.
Yeah.
You can't be he was the one goalkeeper and the second pick goalkeeper who will any more than it doesn't sound like that.
It doesn't at all. Anyway, with that we end today's episode of Sports Orbit. Standing next week, we'll be back again with a nice edition. Meanwhile, for our esteemed viewers, thank you for being with us all through this period and wish you all compliments of the season from here on Sports Orbit. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio also.
Thank you, Alpha. And also let me also join Alpha to tell our esteemed viewers before the Christmas. This is the last edition before the Christmas. Christmas on Sunday. So wish you a Merry Christmas until we meet again on board.
All right, do stay safe out there. Have a wonderful holiday. My name is Alpha Cho, and it's bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.